Hello and welcome back to Diving Deep with Deepak and Darrah, where we quickly make the deep relatable and translatable into your life. Today's question for you, Deepak, is how does one answer the question, who am I?
That's a very interesting question, and it's the most important question that can be asked by a human being. I don't think giraffes ask that question. Giraffes don't even know they're called giraffes by humans. But here's the way to reflect on this question. If you think you're your name, then of course that's very arbitrary. Your mother could have called you Sarah instead of Darrah, right? Or my mother could have called me David instead of Deepak.
It would have made my life a lot easier to be Sarah. Everyone could say my name.
That's right. See, the name that you go by is very provisional. It's a provisional identity. Then you say, well, then am I this body, the body that is you're looking at, or you can look at your own body. And the answer is you couldn't possibly be, because the body is a constantly changing activity that you're aware of. And the only way that you know that you have a body is that you can see it. You can experience it as a perceptual experience, or you can touch it, or you can make sounds, you can taste it, you can smell it, you can sense it. And that is a very specific mode of knowing in human consciousness. But there's no such thing as a body, because it's constantly transforming. It was a zygote, and then an embryo, and then a baby, and then a toddler, and then a young boy or girl, then a teenager, on and on. So if you say, I am this body, then which one are you referring to? You cannot identify with an activity, because all activities are time-bound. They're just arise and subside. So every perceptual experience of your body is a snapshot. If you string them together, then you see that, this is an activity from zygote to death. Okay, so it doesn't seem right that I am my body. I am experiencing my body as an activity, but I'm the one who's experiencing it. Now you can take that line of reasoning to apply to a thought or your mind. You don't have the same thoughts now that you had a while ago, 5 minutes ago. And over a lifetime, you have innumerable thoughts, and they all come and go in the twinkling of an eye. Of course, if you're under the hypnosis of social conditioning, then you're used to recycling similar thoughts, which are basically part of other people's thoughts. So you say, I couldn't possibly be the mind. And then you go backwards. Am I my personality? Personality is just a buildup of those mental activities that we identify with. And so what you're left with is awareness in which these activities are known. The activity that we call mind, the activity we call body, and the activity which we call the world. But that awareness is also very species specific. Like, you are a human awareness, not a crocodile awareness, or a dolphin awareness, or a plant awareness. And yet, according to people like Schrödinger and many other great thinkers, awareness is one, minds are infinite, and experiences are infinite. So who we are is the witnessing awareness in which mind appears, in which body appears, in which personality appears, but also in which the world appears. And that witnessing awareness is a monad of infinite consciousness. Therefore, it's also infinite. It's not, a drop in the ocean is also the ocean in the drop. So who you are is an infinite being having a human experience. That's the answer to the question. So, what am I? It's not even who am I, because who implies a person. Right. There's no such thing as a person. The person is a process in awareness, and awareness is not a person.
We are not our personality. We are not our name. We are not our title. We are not our body. We are not our thoughts. We are none of those things. So if someone walked up to you and said, who are you or what are you, how do you answer?
I am God in drag.
Favorite.
We are all the divine infinite consciousness having a finite local experience. And that includes an insect, a plant, or another species. Even their experiences, I have to couch them in human terms. So, the entire taxonomy of the periodic table, the entire taxonomy of the evolution of species, these are human modes of knowing and constructs. Reality is a trickster.
Makes perfect sense.
So that would be another thing. I'm the divine trickster.
Yeah, I love that. You're the divine trickster. You're God in drag. I hope everyone tweets that. That is beautiful.
And then, Teilhard de Chardin said we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are non-local beings having a local experience, on and on. But, I think everybody will get this idea.
Right, because whether it's in the deep way of this metaphysical who or what am I, or in a really practical way of I do a lot of work, for example, in the spaces of relationship building, the number one question people ask initially is, what do you do? And it's this way of defining someone, and that becomes their entire identity. So I love how you're sharing this with us, that not only are we not our title, and we are so much more than that, we're not any of these constructs that we often identify with.
What is it that knows a thought? You should ask yourself that. What is it that knows a feeling? What is it that knows a perception? And then what is it that creates a story around that? That is who you are.
That is powerful. Thank you. So we're going to shift into the second part, our lighter spirited portion of the episode. And my question for you in that regard is, what does it feel like, I think I know what you're going to say, to be in what I call the one name club? So Deepak, Oprah, Cher, Seal, Madonna. What's that like?
I never thought of it. It's kind of interesting, yes. I would say, who did you say? Deepak?
Oprah, Madonna, Seal, Cher.
Yeah, I kind of know all these people, have met them in my various travels, and they're cool.
I had a feeling you would have zero ego around the answer to that question.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to another episode of Diving Deep with Deepak and Darrah. If you want more, we're offering a free workshop on living a more meaningful life, which comes along with a guided meditation. You can get that at the link below, which is lifebydesignsummit.com/Deepak. Subscribe to our channels where we'll continuously release more episodes, as well as follow us on on Twitter and on Instagram at Deepak Chopra and at Darrah B. We look forward to seeing you next time.